All right, on this video, we're going to use patterns to make shapes. It does make your design easier to do using patterns. So we're going to use two kinds of patterns. We're going to use a circular pattern and a rectangular pattern. So from here, let's start create a new file. So go to File and go to Save. It's untitled, so that means you haven't saved it yet. Just call that using your first name and last name, and we'll say pattern. Okay. Location is PLTW ID. Look for it here. If you don't have it, you can always ask me how to make a new project folder. Um, Basically, you just have to go to new project and create that PLTW ID. Okay, and click save. All right. Before we get started, as I always say, when we have a part, we're gonna make it a component. So go to create, new component. You notice this is has a dot on it, so that means we're under that parent, and so that parent should match the name of your file. Okay. All right. What is the name of this component? We're gonna call this wheel. So actually, gonna show you how to make a wheel, and some of you have seen this before, so that's good. Let's see. All right. So this wheel, we are going to create it now. So we have a new component wheel. We're going to click on this sketch, create sketch, and we're going to click on this one. So yours might be facing the other way, but as long as it's this wall or this uh, orientation, then you should be okay. So click on it. All right. Um, we're going to create a circle right in the middle. So click on circle, and you will. So I clicked on in the center, and we'll make that 4 inches. Okay. All right. Finish the sketch. We will extrude this and drag this way. We will make that negative 1.5. Okay. And then click OK. All right. So as you notice, we made a wheel. So this shape right now is not a new body. Like you notice, there's no word body here, and that body is actually inside this component. The sketches that we made for this component is right here. So if you want to edit that sketch, which we will need to, we will double click on this sketch one. We're gonna add a few more sketches to this. Um, we're gonna create the center here, which is the hole, like for the hub, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna make that 0.75, and then we're gonna make a smaller circle using this as a reference. So this is called offset, and we're gonna copy that shape, but that shape will be smaller. And by how much? This is by how much it is. We're gonna put negative 0.25. Okay. All right. There you go. So this is the wheel, the outer part of the wheel, and the inner part of the wheel. And we're just gonna put one pattern. We're going to go to create, go to spline, and use fit point spline. And we're just gonna make a shape starting from here. See how that connects and kind of snaps to that? You're just gonna make a shape, but you don't touch this uh, smaller circle because it will not make sense if you did. So just make sure you avoid it, and then make sure you go back to this inner circle here. Again, it's whatever shape you want with a spline, but you just gotta make sure you go back to this circle. Okay, make sure you touch on it or snap to it. Click check, and there you go. So let's pretend this is the one of the patterns on the wheel, and we're gonna copy that pattern all around. Okay. First, we are going to remove this extra art. So let's go to this trim and then trim that. And now you have that, just that pattern. I'm going to press escape on my keyboard. I'm going to click outside here so now you see the pattern, right? So from sketches, you can make a pattern. Click create. Click on circular pattern. Objects. So we need to select what we want to pattern. This is the what we want to pattern. Okay, I selected both of them. I guess there's two objects there. And then the center point is basically the middle. So click on here and then click here in the middle. Make sure it's the middle of the circle. That's our center point. And you notice automatically they put 3. We can add more if you want. And basically that's how your wheel is going to look like, right? Full distribution. You can change out if you want, and you can put an angle if you want. And pretty much that's it. Click OK. All right, we're going to finish the sketch. But you cannot see your sketch. The reason why is because this is invisible. So we need to click on that eye to turn it on. Now we can see our sketch. Now we're going to just extrude this, 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 and this. Okay. We're going to move that arrow back because it will cut away. I did forget this one. So you want to do that one also. And then click OK. So now you have a wheel. But ultimately, we don't want these sketches showing. So we're going to turn off the visibility of that sketch one. Okay. So now that's your kind of wheel. I know it's kind of funky. There you go. All right. We're going to do another pattern. This is the rectangular pattern. But I'm going to move this wheel so that we can use the center. But I'm grounded. You see with that anchor? We need to right click on that wheel and then unground it from parent. So that way we can move it. Kind of move it out of the way. Yeah, there you go. Because we're gonna use this area. All right, let's make a new component now. So create new component. Oh, but I made a mistake because I'm under wheel. I want to make a component under pattern, which is my file name. So I'm gonna click cancel. So you're gonna go here and create new component. So my parent name is that, which is the file name. And the component name now needs to be, I'm just going to call it pegs because we're going to make something that looks like pegs. And then click OK. All right. So now you'll notice that dot moves the pegs because now we're under that component. So you got to make sure you're under pegs and you're not under this, because if you do this and make a part, or extrude something, is going to be under this. Is going to be a body by itself. Okay, so we want to make sure that you click on pegs, and then we're going to create a sketch. So sketch, click on that same wall that we used before. We don't want the wheel to move back here, so we're just going to capture the position the way it is. All right. From here, we're going to create a rectangular shape. So go to create, rectangular pattern. Oh, sorry, not that one. Rectangular, center rectangle. From here, center. We're gonna make this 4 inches, and then the other, I'm gonna press tab to switch between them two. I'll put 8 here, and I'll press enter on my keyboard. All right, so good so far. Let's see, what do I need to do? Oh, let's go finish the sketch and extrude that. We're gonna extrude this rectangle. Make sure you type in negative because I always like extruding backwards so that I can see my sketch right here. because if I extrude this way, I won't be able to see the sketch later, and I'll be working from the back. Um, all right, so we'll say just -1. Oh, I put 0.1, sorry. So -1. All right, now we're going to create a sketch on this one. So click on Create Sketch, and then you're going to click on the surface of this rectangle, not necessarily that. Okay, so make sure you click on the surface of the rectangle. We're going to create a sketch here. We're going to put a circle somewhere here. That circle will be 0.5. We're going to dimension this from here to here. Same number. We're going to use 0.5. And we're going to mention it from here to here. So it's going to be 0.5 away from the sides, from the top line and the left line. Press escape on your keyboard. Now we're ready to work on this. Finish the sketch. So now we're going to make a pattern. We could have done this in sketch mode, but now I'm going to show you in the like in 3D mode. Okay. We're going to extrude this circle. We'll just say 1 inch, make it easy. Okay. Now we're going to put a bunch of pegs on this. And they're going to be in order, a pattern. They're spaced out equally. So now we're going to go to create, and we're going to go to pattern and look for rectangular pattern. You see the circular pattern? I could have done the same thing with the wheel. So it's really just preference. So rectangular pattern. Right here in this little window, it's asking what objects do I want to pattern. I only want to pattern the peg, but not the whole rectangle. So since it's saying bodies here, we have to change that to features. And now we can select the peg. We're going to select that as our object right here. And then the axis is, we're going to click on that. And then click on this. You can actually use any of these axes, either this one or this one. So you're looking for something straight. And we're going to click there, here. And now it's as easy as dragging these arrows. So going this way, you notice there's 3, right? We can increase that by dragging this, right? So now there are 4. So you evenly space it out. That 6.5, I believe, is the distance from here to here. Okay. Again, we can increase that size. Okay. Now, to make it easy to kind of look at, you kind of want to change your orientation here. All right. Now we're going to move this way. I think it always starts with 3. Again, you can always increase the size. And the limit will be wherever you stop the last one. Okay. So here you can see the pegs. Okay. And all you have to do now is just click on OK. All right. Click here. There you go. Those are the circular pattern, rectangular pattern you should have done by now. Click Save on your keyboard. Oh, sorry. Save on your window. Click OK. And that's it. Okay. So make sure I see this for you to get credit. Thank you.